pro tip of the day. Today, we are reacting to top 10 reasons not to visit Australia. Not to visit our beautiful country. By the way, I live in Australia, so I'm an Aussie. What good I might. So, and let's react to this. Let's get into it. Start the video.
Hi everyone. Australia is a beautiful place with incredible nature and nice people. But if you spend a lot of time on the internet, you might have heard that you should never visit this country. Why? Well, we're going to try to explain it to you now. So, here are 10 reasons why you shouldn't go to Australia. Let's get it on.
Who starts up with a list with ocean current? What? Ocean current? Oh my god. This is ocean current. What a disaster. Ocean current. What? Let's just get into it.
Current. Do you prefer a lazy beach vacation or love swimming near the coast and sunbathing?
Deserve? What do I mean I deserve? I mean, I'm probably going to both. When I don't feel like swimming, have a lazy day. When I do feel like swimming, go in the water. So probably both. Or is that even an answer? I don't know.
We're sorry to disappoint you, but you're not very likely to find a decent beach in Australia. Of course, there are beaches there, but the ocean's never calm enough.
No, we have beautiful beaches, okay? Now you can stop talking about our beaches. Our beaches are beautiful.
Beaches there, but the ocean's never calm enough. And this is why Australian coasts are perfect for surfing.
Is that in America or Australia?
But suppose you're lucky. The water's warm, there's almost no waves around, and you're ready to dive in. But suddenly you notice a warning about sharks, or jellyfish, or poisonous fish, or some other underwater animals that would be happy to share some of their venom with you or have you as a snack. And even if there are no dangerous creatures, there's always the chance you'll get drawn into the ocean by a strong underwater current. Of course, there are many beach rescuers around, but anyway, being dragged away from the coast into the ocean is not the best experience in the world. Cassowary.
Cassowary. Who is cassowary?
Cassowary. What? Am I supposed to be scared of this bird? You might ask. You are right, it does look like a weird hybrid between an ostrich and a turkey, and it doesn't exactly look scary. But in spite of its appearance, this bird is in the Guinness World Records as the most dangerous bird in the world. It has a sharp beak and long, strong claws. But its most important feature is its nasty temper. Everything irritates this bird. Actually, this creature is totally unpredictable because it always attacks first. And that's a real problem. The average cassowary's height is about 6.5 feet, and it weighs about 180 pounds. And like what is a fully formed, cassowaries can speed up to 30 miles per hour, jump 5 feet in the air, and they're extremely good at swimming, so it's almost impossible to run away from this angry bird. Snakes.
Snakes. I'm probably sure they won't attack you if you don't mess around with them. Just leave the snakes alone.
They are venomous, and there are a lot of them, and they're practically everywhere.
I'm pretty sure there's only 12 poisonous snakes. I'm pretty sure. How long does this video go for? We have 10 minutes left. We actually have 10 minutes left.
And they're practically everywhere. Fortunately, Australian snakes don't usually attack people, and when they do it in self-defense. But that's no consolation for when you suddenly find a snake in the toilet tank, under your bed, or in the middle of a supermarket. Stay alert 24/7, you'll scream like crazy if you almost step on a snake. 24/7, you'll scream like crazy if you almost step on a snake. Besides, there's a snake known as a taipan that lives everywhere in Australia, and it's extremely dangerous. A person bitten by a taipan will die in 4 hours before getting to a hospital. Ugh. This snake doesn't like to think twice and tends to attack immediately as soon as it sees an enemy. Therefore, you probably won't have time to Google it up and see how dangerous it actually is. Grab on. Spiders. If you suffer from arachnophobia, the fear of spiders, you definitely shouldn't go to Australia. Because just like snakes, they are everywhere. You can see them in basements, hotels, beaches, and even in the sink. Obviously not all of them are the size of your palm, although you can find some big ones. However, you should actually be afraid of the small and more venomous spiders. Anyway, each one of these creatures will try to bite you if it feels danger, so keep calm and don't attack it with a mop. Some of them are very good at jumping. By the way, don't forget about a phenomenon called raining spiders. It's not a myth, it's really a rain of spiders. It's the way they travel around, using the wind and their...
What? Raining spiders? Is that even a thing? It's raining spiders. It's just good.
And believe us, they don't really care where they land, on a tree or on your head. Sun.
The sun. What is the sun? What is the sun supposed to do with you? Just next.
Dingo. We all know that man tamed dogs a very long time ago, so long that we forgot they used to be wild wolves. Maybe the difference between a tamed and a wild animal is not that big, and the example for that would be the dingo. It was tamed some time ago, but then it returned.
I'm pretty sure that I'm 100% that's a Tasmanian tiger. And that was extinct for many years. They can't have the difference. Have the difference, or just whatever. They don't know the difference of an animal that's been extinct for many years and a dingo.
These dingoes look like their ancestors, the Indonesian wolves, and they're almost impossible to tame. Dingoes usually attack livestock. They just go into human territory and have their lunch right in the enclosure. Now they live across the whole country, and their reputation scares locals and tourists alike. We wouldn't say these cute doggos attack people a lot, but still, you have to remember that they're almost wolves, so don't try and pet them. Anyway, some of the smartest tourists take the risk and feed the dingoes. We'd like to see them run away screaming and swearing. It must be an amazing show. Fire ants.
Ants. I had fire ants in my primary school. Oh, wait, I'm still in my primary school. I'm in year 2, turning into year 3 this year. Huh? I had fire ants in my daycare. My daycare place. What is it? I don't know, just a daycare place.
The people living on Australia.
The biggest problem.
Some normal ants, but fire ants, which are not very pleasant neighbours.
There's so much ads.
Contain hundreds of thousands of insects, and if you bother them just a little bit, they will attack you back. The bite of these venomous ants causes strong allergic reactions, blisters, swelling, and pain shock. So, as you've already guessed, this usually ends really badly, especially for those who are allergic to them. By the way, they appeared on the continent by accident, but then they started reproducing really quickly. Now they live across the whole country, and they get into houses and different devices, which often causes short circuits and fires. Also, many wild and domestic animals suffer because of them. The government's spending millions of dollars to get rid of the fire ants, but unfortunately, the ants are winning. Stinging brush.
Stinging brush.
Australia? Then it's time for you to know that even plants are evil in this country. The evilest one is the stinging brush, also known as gimpy gimpy or the suicide plant. It grows in the Australian jungle, and it's considered one of the most dangerous plants on Earth. Its sting is one of the most painful. Some of the victims compare the stinging feeling with hot acid being poured on the skin. And you know, we think they're not exaggerating. This horrible plant contains one of the strongest toxins known to man. You can feel the sting for 2 years after the accident. There's also a story about an officer that used a gimpy's leaf as toilet paper, which led to a fatal outcome. So, if you're in Australia, try to avoid this plant. Alligators. Now,
Alligators? I think they mean crocodiles. Can you get that right? It's crocodiles. Oh, how long is this video going? Oh my god. Aha. Who is Parenti?
now tell us, what do you know about alligators, apart from the fact that they're dangerous toothed reptiles? We looked it up, and we learnt that in the last decades, the population of alligators grew so much in Australia that now they're a real problem for the locals. If you think you can escape the danger by staying away from the water, you are wrong. The problem will just come to you. Literally, these huge reptiles are so bold that they just get near people's houses and wait until someone feeds them a dog, for example. We're not kidding. Hungry crocodiles can even get into houses if people don't lock their doors. And you probably won't have the chance to swim in Australian waters because there are even more reptiles there. So decide for yourself if you really want to go to this country. Parenti. Finally, we want to warn you. Forget about normal-sized animals. Australia is the home to these giant lizards known as parentes. Just their appearance makes you feel scared and run away.
Pretty sure that's a Komodo dragon. I'm pretty sure that's a Komodo dragon.
Nevertheless, they're not that dangerous to humans. In spite of their strong 5-foot-long body, parentes don't attack people. They usually try to hide first, but if the animal feels danger, it immediately attacks, and in this case, it will end badly for the victim. Not only their huge body, but also the parentes' teeth are really dangerous because there are a lot of bad bacteria and microorganisms on them, and the older the animal is, the worse the consequences are. Of course, you might want to take a closer look at this beautiful lizard, but zoologists recommend not coming too close to it. It's still a wild predator, and besides, don't forget it's from Australia. Now, tell us, friends, have you ever been to this country? Share your experience in the comments, but don't forget to give us a like because we really want some.
I live in Australia.
The comments, but don't forget to give us a like because we really want some. Guys, it's time to recharge your brain. Visit the channel Brain Time. There you'll find a lot of interesting and useful facts, lots of positive energy and tons of useful information. Subscribe right now. We promise it's going to be really exciting. Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks.
Okay, guys. See you next time. I hope you have a beautiful day, and subscribe, hit that notification button, hit that like button. Let's go up to 1,000 subscribers. As I said, 1,000 likes. Let's go, like that, hit it, hit that like button. Let's get up to that much. See you later. Have a fun day, have a great day, and I'll see you later. Peace.